Oh, shoot. Where's my Tim's? Maybe I... Hey, what's up? What's up, Jack? Dylan? How's it going? What's everyone up to? Avengers! Assemble. Oh, apparently my hair did not assemble. What's going on? What's up, Chris? Oh my gosh, I love that you guys are here. How was your day? How was everybody's day? What is this? Tom Interchangeable. What is this? What is this from? Just chilling and listening to music. Lucky you, cause I don't know why. Chris, how you doing? Doug is what I was trying to say. How are you? How are you feeling? Super inconsequential. About this. What is this? It was a great day. I made more orders and most were picked up today. I have a question for you. Oh my gosh. I couldn't love her more if I tried. Brazil. You're doing good? I'm glad to hear that. You look like a famous guitar player? That's awesome. That's probably one of the best things that's been said to me today. What's the question? If I asked you to make an ornament, would you be... Oh, she's too much. If I asked you to make an ornament, would you be able to make and send it sometime in the near future, or would that be a thing that's not possible? Like right now. It's totally fine either way, I'm just curious. I don't have any blank ornaments. Okay. No problem. Okay, I have got to... Okay, first, there are 22 people in here. If you could all like this live, I would love my like count to get up to 22. So, if you guys could do me a favor, everyone like the live until you hit 22. Then don't like it. Everything I posted is what I have left. Okay. No problem at all. Are you trans? Okay. Do you want to know the answer, or are you just asking because you're going to insult me? I'm only asking because, look, if you're here, if your goal is to come in and make fun of me, just go ahead and do it. I'm not going to stop you. If you actually want to have a conversation, I'm willing to. No, I'm not. Okay. Look, I have a lot of people who come in here to mess with me, and if that's your thing, that's fine. You don't have to prove yourself or anything. I'd rather just, let's all just get it out in the open, you know. If you're going to make fun of me, go ahead and do it. I'll let you, and then we'll move on. But no, okay, so I am trans, but right now, I have come to a decision that the right thing for me to do is to, hi, the right thing for me to do, I'm not going to make fun of you, can you ask me? Your man said I'm not going to make fun of you. Okay, that's fine. You can make fun of me if you want. And I don't, look, we're all people, so we can work together. So I am going to live the way I was born from now on. For the last 8 years, I've lived as feminine as I can, and I believe it was the right decision at the time, but now based on a bunch of very personal decisions and things that goals that I have and dreams that I have, it's the right thing for me to do to live the way I was born. So that's what's going to happen. That's what's happening. And okay, I'm. Are you saying you are homophobic? Um, I'm not. I'm not judging you on that. I appreciate your honesty if that's what you're saying. Grow up, get a job. I have a job. Awesome. So done. Thanks. Hi, Aaliyah. Where are you from? Pennsylvania. I'm not gonna make fun of you. That's cool. Can you? Can I just ask though? Like, just help me understand your mindset. Okay, so get another job. Okay, that's that's got to be the best response to my answer. That's awesome. That's that's really good. Good for you. Hope you're doing what's best for you. I am. I believe that I am doing what God wants me to do. I believe I'm doing the right thing for now. It's not homophobic. Okay. That's what I was like. I'm not sure if that's what you're trying to say. You just trying to put it out there or not? What's the topic here? I don't know. We're just kind of talking. Um, I am a lookist. I only like people that are attractive. Oh, I am so far from attractive. What's this stream about? We're just talking. I'm really glad. How goes this night? What's up, Sean? Oni? Um, I was just coming on here to waste about an hour. Well, like almost half an hour. What's up, Eminem? Wow, YouTube is relentless. No, nobody here is being anything other than cool. Nobody's being relentless. Nobody's I appreciate everyone who has commented so far. Whenever I ask about being trans, they get mad. Thank you for your being chill about it. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I understand why people get angry, but I also understand that hello from Norway. Oh my gosh, that's awesome in Norway, and and you know what? I hope Norway recovers from the fart of 2024. My brother's name Sean. Oh no. Well, somebody came in with the name Sean, so I don't know if everybody wants to know, but I have autism. Okay. Dylan, that is no. I hope nobody cares one bit because you're a good person. Whether you have autism, whether um, whether you're tall or short, whether, for whatever reason. I hope people know that you're an awesome person and you do a lot of good things and you're a good friend. So that's all that matters. Jesus loves you, and I appreciate that message. Keep sharing it. Pull my finger. I'm gonna let someone else do that. So for whoever can't commented and said that trans people get upset, right? Some trans people get offended because they're trans Karens. Yeah, I am saved, by the way, Andrea. I almost called you. Don't call me. I would have been really upset. Not at you, but I would have been really upset. So I appreciate that you checked here first. How many states are you registered? Oh, stop. Okay, you're the one that's out. So good job. We're not doing that. Okay. So just so you all know, I do have a line that you can cross. Kids are off limits. And making jokes about kids are off limits. Pizza or tacos? Tacos. Tacos. Yeah, I don't like doing that, That's not my thing. But sometimes you have to. Hey, from Australia. What? That's awesome. I have a friend who lives in Australia too. We can't joke about kittens? You can joke about kittens. Do the thug shaker. Wow, what's everyone up to? I thought you'd like pizza better. No. Okay, that one. Nope. We don't talk politics, just so you know. I didn't block you. I just removed that comment. I hope to see you in heaven one day. I hope to see you there too. Nope. Hit the like button. Yes, please. You're from the moon. So, Safanda, is that your name? That's totally cool. You don't have to feel bad. You can be a weirdo and not be it. Very true. pig daddy. Absolutely true. I don't like people that throw around that phrase because it really does turn that phrase into a joke rather than what it deserves to be, which is vilified, horrible. How old am I? I am 42. I'm a barbecue man myself, but I do like a good pizza pie. What's your favorite Bible verse? Probably, let me think. Is it go? I have a favorite. I'm just terrible at references. I can recite it to you. It's beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. I like King James, and I know it's I remember what it is. Tell me if you know it, or even what book it's in. I remember now. It just took me a moment. How do I make my a greater man hath no love than this? Somebody finish that verse. Can I see the necklace? Yes, you can. So, does anybody know what this is from? This is from my favorite book of all time and one of my favorite movies. Love Bug? I'm not answering that question, but I appreciate you playing. You know. Never ending story. Ah. No, not Star Wars. Japan. It probably. Actually, no, this was made in America. Not Harry Potter. Falcor! I actually, there's a white squirrel that runs around here somewhere, and I named him Falcor. And every time my friends see Falcor, they're always like, "Hey, look, there's Falcor." Well, the other day we were at a Christmas place. Saw that on my 11th birthday. Nice. Everyone hit the like button, please. Try to help me get to 22 likes. So, what happened to your mouth? I pick the dead skin, and that happens a lot. So the other day we were at a Christmas store, it's got ornaments and trees and all kinds of stuff, and we saw a little tiny white squirrel ornament, so I had to buy it, and it's a little Falcor ornament that I put up on our tree. Our tree. Oh my gosh. I can't help it. What's up, AK? I come. Jeez. Okay. Praying the best for you and your family. God's got a plan for us all, and I see a lot for you. You have a blessed night and blessed day. Well, I truly appreciate you. I thank you for making me laugh when you first came in, and I thank you and appreciate you for hanging out for a little bit. I hope you have a great night. I will. I can't appreciate prayers enough. I hope you can do me. If you're willing to, anybody, whoever prays, if you're willing to do me a favor, I have this thing that I'm praying for. It's going to take time, and it's going to take a miracle in a way, but God can do it. And if you could pray for that, for me, my name is Lucas. If you could pray for that, that would be absolutely amazing. Do the hand dance to the squirrel. Lola Bunny or... I'm really not going to choose that. I don't know. Somebody else choose. You have black squirrels. I want to see a black... I've never seen a black squirrel. Did you get the TikTok I sent you? No. Maybe? You have a chill vibe. I really appreciate that. And you genuinely feel like a nice person. I wish you the best. Well, I really appreciate that. I try to. I want to make the world a better place. And I know that I'm not perfect. I mean, I'm not even close to perfect. I hope someday to be worth a comment like that. Are you ready? Are you ready? You give Corey Feldman vibes. Yeah, what is that? I've actually heard that a lot. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. It would be the last one, and I wrote on the message, this reminds me of you. I didn't see it. I've really not been on TikTok a whole lot, if that's where you sent it. So I don't want to say the wrong thing. Do you get offended when I call you dude or man or duder? I'm being genuine from the heart. I'm asking. Sean, I won't get offended no matter what you call me. Are you ready, brother? What's up? Maybe not mean, but more skittish. I can see that. Squirrels are already skittish. He isn't acting cringy on stage. Oh, okay. Thank you, Love Bub, for explaining that. I hear that a lot. So Sean, if you're, I hope you're still in here. I won't get offended by anything. This lady's 5 o'clock shadow is showing. Oh no, it's kind of like I am letting it grow in, and look, Tom guy. I have been living as a trans person for the last 8 years, right? So now this would be the point where you would like make fun of me, right? Except that I've already made I've made the decision to stop transitioning. So I'm going back to, and I'm going for the rest of my life, I'm going to live the way I was born as a male. I'm going to live that way. So shouldn't this be the part where you're like cool with me because I'm now not, trying to act like a lady, which I was never acting, and I'm still in full support of trans people and everything that they stand for. That's, within themselves at least, and righteous. But like, shouldn't this be the point where you are not gonna make fun of the whole like this lady thing? If a snake bite, don't yes, go to the hospital. Fuck you, bro. You seem cool as hell. I appreciate that. Jay the goat. Ignore these people. I do. I can't say anything to hurt you more than life already has. That is true. This is beyond true. So it's all good. I mean, you can keep trying if you want. You can make fun of my parents. You know, the ones that are never around. LSD is cool. Oh my gosh. LSD is not cool. Sorry. Why did you stop transitioning? I'm sorry. I meant to answer that. I was just in the middle of responding. Everyone, drop a like and a sub, please. Help me try to get to 22 likes. No more than that, if that's okay. Your parents did their best. They really did. They did for like a week. They look. Both my parents dropped me quicker than. Oh, somebody help me out. Come up with a good like a joke or an insult. They drop me quicker than you answer. Funniest one wins. I was not here. What happened? Oh, people are making fun of me. Well, one person's making fun of me, and the rest are being really awesome. Then a hot potato. I'll take care of the trolls, bro. I got you. Oh, I appreciate it. Can I call you Jay? Is that all right? A hot potato is pretty funny. Look, if somebody insults me, and like, just me, not other people in the chat, but if you insult me and it's really funny, I'll respect that. So if you can be creative with your insults, we're good. Not only are we good, but I'm a fan of you. But also understand, like, I want to be friends. I don't want to, like, I like the idea of people coming in here, and I've had a couple of people tonight say something like, you got a chill vibe. Let's, you're pretty cool. And that's what I want. I want to, quicker than a Gen X changes gender. Oh my gosh. Okay. You got drones overhead? I haven't seen any. I keep hearing that there's no need for insults. I agree with you, but if somebody's going to, at least make it funny, Yikes. Okay. Do you watch Dumb and Dumber? Is that what you're trying to say? Yes. Homosexuality is a sin. There is a conversation to be had. Do you like ladies now? I always have. Columbus, Ohio just started getting drones. Oh, geez. I just got my... It's just me and my dad. Well. No, it does not. Saved my life. Got cleaned off meth. Drop you quicker than a boil on a leper. That's a good one. English or Spanish? English. The drones come from Mars. Okay. Maybe they're aliens. Has anybody ever seen the movie Batteries Not Included? Maybe that's what they are. Oh my gosh. What's everyone up to? I don't even know what to say. Can you explain why you stopped transitioning? Anna, I am so sorry. I meant to answer you, so I'm going to answer right now. I can give you a few answers. Some of them are very personal to me. Do you go to the bar to socialize but not to drink? I don't really go to bars. I did, I did once. Okay, so I can give you a few answers. One is that while this has been a great experience, and I believe that I did need to do what I've done as far as living this life, I'll be honest, I'm never going to be able to achieve what I picture in my head, and that's starting to affect me personally, my morale. It started to really become a negative thing to me because I don't ever want to live anything fake. I don't want anyone to lie to me. I don't want to lie to anyone. I don't want to lie to myself. And there's too many things personally that like I can never achieve, and I'm never going to pass as feminine. I'm never going to, and I don't mean from anybody else, but I'm never going to be what I want to be, what I picture, and that's one big reason. It's felt more and more like I might possibly. It's kind of like the way I've been thinking about it is it's kind of like a vacation, you know. Dude, I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm not really gonna respond. So do what you got to do, but. You're confused because you compare yourself to others. No, I'm not. I'm comparing myself to my own thoughts, and that's okay. It's okay for me to decide that it's not what I thought would happen or what I thought I could get to. I can't, and it's okay to change my mind. I was okay. Do you know what I mean? That Michael dude crossed the line. Nice. It's a very hard life and a very personal journey. You owe nothing to anybody but yourself. Yeah, absolutely true. And that's what I'm trying to say is I'm not comparing myself to others. I'm not being judged by anybody else. Everyone, even my closest friends, have been really great, very accepting. Some have taken time to get to, the point where were willing to respect my decisions, and they did, and that's really like I can't express how awesome that's been. The other thing, and this is a really big thing, and the truth is, I didn't think I wanted certain things like a family and like to be with somebody. I thought that I couldn't love anybody ever again. And this, just so you all understand, that my transition, my mentality for the last almost all of my life, it was never about sexuality. It was never about I'm not gay. I never wanted to be into men. Although I did try to genuinely think like can I shed the stigma of I can't do that because ew, that I was taught my whole life, and be willing and open, and I believe that I was open to the thought, although it's never been a thing and it won't be a thing. Wait, what are we talking about? I was transitioning for the last 8 years, and I've decided recently to change my mind and stop doing that. I'm going to live the way I was born now. From now on, there will be no more decision changing. To say you aren't who you want to be means you're using someone else's idea. No, I'm using my own idea. I understand what you're saying. You know, I was given, so you're a detransitioner. I guess so. Um, you're just young, and the world is trying to confuse you for various agendas, but mainly control. It's possible. It is possible, and you know, I still believe that I am trans, and that I still, I'm not a different person than I was a couple of weeks ago. I'm proud of you for being brave enough to change your mind. Something that's about something that big. I appreciate that, and I never want to be able. I never want to be unwilling to admit I was wrong about something, or admit that I was right, but something was right, but it isn't right now. If trans wasn't a word, you would just be you, and then that's kind of what I'm doing. Can I call you Jay? Can I call you Jay? Is that all right? Um, Don't ask anyone else where they're from unless you know they are over 18. AK, do me a favor. Don't ask anyone else. We all need to know this. If you are under 18, this is your disclaimer. If you are under 18, do not share any personal information. By the way, AK, I hope you're not. I don't want to sound like I'm upset with you. I know you were just asking a question. But make sure that we know who we're talking to here. If you are under 18, don't share any personal information. Don't share where you're from. Don't share your real name if you can help it. Definitely don't share your last name. Don't share your age. Don't share any personal information if you're under 18. Okay. And I just wanted to make sure. I don't know, and it's totally fine for everybody to, if someone is here who's under 18 or doesn't want to share any information. I want everyone to know that you're all safe. I saw Anna, and that's why I asked. Yeah, no, you didn't do anything wrong. I'm sorry. I think that came off as I was correcting you. I'm not. I just wanted to make sure first. Do you mind if I ask how you realized you wanted to live as a woman in the first place? You can absolutely. I appreciate the question. You just want to live from a woman's point of view, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, when I was a very young child, I knew something was different, and here's the best way I can explain it: is have you ever pictured yourself in your mind? Like you close your eyes and you picture it. Let's say you picture what you want to do, and you have that inside voice, or you have that image of what you feel like. Well, mine was always much different than I looked. And then when I started seeing my friends who weren't having any questions in this area, I got really self-conscious, and that started turning into a big giant fear. And then it just turned when I was 13, it hit me that you look like dude. I am dude. You talking about trans? Why are you talking about trans people? Because I am trans, and I am not living that way anymore, but I'm still shave the beard. No. No, I actually want to grow a beard for personal reasons. There's no way. Anyway, do you ever think maybe it's related to neurodivergence? It could be. It could be. I also believe that it could very well be something that was taught to me personally. I don't think everyone's like that, but I think with me, there's a lot of things that could have led to um, like my environment being the reason that I felt the way I felt. And 8 years ago, I opened up about being trans, and I lived as a trans person. I lived as Layla for the last 8 years, and okay, well, you don't get to say stuff like that. Going to bed. Talk to you tomorrow. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate everything, and I'm glad to hear that you're doing doing well with the ornaments and all the other stuff. And I hope you have a great night. Um, yeah, so there's a lot of different factors that could play into this. Here's the here's the one of the biggest reasons that I decided to change my mind about transitioning, and that is something has inspired me recently to like leading me to what I ultimately want more than anything. And that that motivation, it was kind of like the second I saw it, I can never unsee it. And the second that I realized I know exactly what I want, I know where I want to be, I know what I want to do, I know where I want to work, I know, or volunteer and then go to school and then get the job to work. What do you want more than anything? Um, I can't say right now, just because there's a lot of factors. Um, but it's good. It's a lot of really good stuff. It's really 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 great. It's worth everything. So I don't want anyone who may be listening. Um, what's up, Brady? How you doing? Welcome back. Um, I believe you can achieve it. I hope so, because I'm putting all my eggs in this basket, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to achieve my dreams. And in fact, it is. Have you ever seen like? Tell me this. I only want my health back. Well, I hope you get your health back. Um, have you ever either met somebody or have you ever no life partner? If you're asking me, I don't yet. Um, have you ever like have you ever had an experience where something or someone or some for some reason you just had this image of what life would be like if you had the perfect career or the perfect person or the perfect situation or something along those lines? Have you ever had that kind of a um like it just I guess you could call it a fantasy of just like what life would be like if you I I had a I had that happen with the most perfect situation possible for me. Like I don't know. It's probably honestly I don't even know if it's possible, but I had this like uh, imagination. I don't want to say it was some kind of special thing because I don't think God works that way, but like um in an instant I went from I will never be able to love anybody and I will never be able to live the perfect life for me, and I don't even know if I'll be able to love or be loved or find that perfect job or find that perfect life. And in an instant something inspired me to just for 1 second picture what it would be like. And the second that I felt that, like, I had this imagination of like where I could be and what I could be doing, and um, that that split second like imagination shook through my entire body, and it I believe God is leading that, at least in me, and I believe that there was it was more than just some imagination. No, there's no such thing as perfect, but there is a perfect for a person. I mean, like I'll give you an example. I'm a hockey fan. I'm the biggest hockey fan. The perfect life for me would be if I could work in hockey because I would never ever again be annoyed to have to go to work to work in the greatest sport in the world. And I mean, yeah, there's going to be bad days no matter what you do. You could eat your favorite food every day, and eventually something will happen where you're like, ugh, this isn't that great. I get it. I'm not saying that nothing will ever be in the slightest bad, but don't worry, it's a waste of time. Um, but I can tell you this, that if my dreams came true, if my dreams came true, there would be nothing that could pull me away from those dreams. Nothing. And I would do anything for those. Like, nothing is a sacrifice. And it would be worth everything and a lot more. Bro, don't give up. I'm not giving up. Because anything that you can picture in your mind, I'm a 43-year-old man, and most of my life has been a failure, but because of what I've done, I've helped a lot of people. That's awesome, Daniel. That's awesome to hear. I really hope that you're able to keep helping people. Like, that's what life is about. Actually, one of the things that I want to do, some part of this stuff that I'm talking about, is for the first time in my life, I have a direction that I want to go, and it's not going to be easy, but I want to help kids. I want to help families. I want to help families who are dealing with childhood cancer. I want to have a real impact on real families and real kids who are going through this horrible monster. I nailed Jello to the wall because somebody told me I couldn't do it, and I made it stick. I've helped 87 and 34 children. I just want you to see. I don't know if this is backwards or if you can read it, but this says end human trafficking. I'm right there with you. There's a company, I guess, a nonprofit or whatever it is, that came to my church. Wow, I just said my church. Ooh, I think it's my church now, which is crazy. Okay, I was getting nervous the other day, and I thought about going to a different church, and then I just called it my church, so wow. That's a God thing right there, because I've been scared to say that phrase for a long time. I don't get credit for it, and I don't get acknowledged for it, but I know in my heart and in my mind, if that's what I've done, I take pride in it. Anybody can do that. That's true, and that's something you don't need to take credit for, you know? Like, the credit is all the people that you're saving, or that are being, getting the help they need, and you're playing a big part in that. Daniel, how did you help people from being human trafficked? You don't have to go into any details if you don't want, Daniel. Because I understand that in those kind of situations, if you're being honest, like, let's all be real. We're all just random people on the internet here, so I always expect, honesty here. If you are being honest, then, I know that you have to be very careful, but those people have to be very careful with information they give out, so feel free to not share anything that would hurt your cause, if you're telling the truth here, and if you're here to just tell stories, which a lot of people have come in here who just wanted to tell a story, that's fine. Just be honest about that. And that goes for everybody, myself included. That's part of why my decision is what it is. It's because I don't ever want to be dishonest with anybody ever. So, anyway, did I lose everybody? Oh, I had like 30 people in my live a few minutes ago. Dang it. I'm sorry if I scared you guys all away. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. Who's all in? Is anybody in here? Did everybody leave? Oh, man. I was having fun. You got 19 likes. I got 18. I see 18 likes. Can we... Okay, how many people are in here? Anna, by the way, thank you for still being here. And anybody else who is here, thank you for being here. If you could help me, I would love to see this live get to 22 likes. That's my favorite number. So if you can help, like, once it hits 22, you don't have to, nobody has to like it. I'm fine with that. Sherry, hi, how are you? What are you up to? Yours too. No way. Wait, are you... Oh, wow, okay. How's everybody doing tonight? Joined 11 years ago. Awesome. We got 22 people in here and 18 likes. Can we... No, no. No, we don't get the... That we don't get to do. I'm good. How about you? I'm doing really good tonight. I see 19. Awesome. I will take it. I only see 18, but sometimes my counter's a little bit behind, so that's awesome. Sherry, first, if you or anybody here is under the age of 18, please do me a favor. Bro, keep your mouth shut if you're saying... What? Sean, are you talking to me? If what you're saying is true, my guy, stay safe. Those evil monsters are everywhere. Oh, you're not talking to me. For a second, I thought you were, like, talking to me, and I got a little confused there. Okay. I'm gonna go back. I think he's talking to Daniel. That's why I was like, wait a second. I agree with you, Anna. I'm pretty sure Sean is talking to Daniel, who was talking about... Yeah. Okay. You caught me off guard there. I thought you were... Yeah. Okay. You're talking to me or Daniel? You're talking to... I'm guessing you're talking to Daniel. Okay. Sorry about that. That caught me off guard. I got a little defensive for a second. Like, wait, are you trying to... But yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Wow. Okay. Sherry, if you're still in here, and this goes for everybody. Oh my gosh, 19 people and 19 likes. That's awesome. For everybody who's in here, I'm going to say this a lot in my lives, so I hope we can all just respect it. If you are, if anybody here is under age 18, please don't share any personal information, okay? If I ask or anybody asks how old you are, where you're from, any personal information, please don't share that. If you're under 18, it's not safe to give out information. You never know who is in here listening or watching, okay? That Daniel person. I caught that after a second. Sean, I'm sorry about that. I just, for a second, I was like... I get a lot of people who come in here and either try to threaten or make random accusations or whatever. So I was like, what are we doing here? It is good advice. And that's why, my first thought is to say things like, where are you from? But I don't want to, before I ask things, because I'm a curious person, before I ask any questions, I just want to throw that out there. And so if I do ask, or anybody else asks, we're going to keep on that. Kids are off limits. Kids are the ones that deserve the most protection. And I'm going to try my best to make sure that is a hard rule here. Anyway, knowing that, if anyone... I wouldn't talk to you like that. I didn't think so, which is why I was kind of like, wait. And I didn't think you were, like... The first time I read it, Sean, I was like, did you just tell me to shut my mouth? Like, for a second, I was thinking, like, did I say something that offended you? And then I read it again, and I was like, oh, so you were just saying, like, no, don't talk. And then I thought, I wasn't sure if you were talking to me or the other person, so no problem. You're definitely over 18. I am too. I'm 42 years old, so I think I passed that. Okay, so if you're willing to share, curious where you're from. Just so you know, I'm 42. I was born in 1982. Was born and raised in Philadelphia, greatest city in the world, and currently I'm living in Central PA. You don't look 42. Thank you. I appreciate that because I feel like 59 sometimes. Um, yeah, I've always been told that I look way younger. Like when I was in my early 30s, you're from Michigan. You look 32. No sweat, all love. Oh, I know it, Sean. I appreciate you. Um, awesome, awesome. I have some friends who live in Michigan. I have one friend who got famous on TikTok for doing like a 2,500-mile bike ride and then just going around the country and doing nice things for like he did what he called a random act of kindness all over. And he's from he's from Detroit. His name's Colin. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody in here knows Colin. Um, he's a really really good guy. What's up, brother? Hoping I will see you. What's up, Justin? How you doing? So somebody, how's everybody? How was everybody's day? I feel like I haven't asked that. We got right. This was cool. We jumped right into like serious conversation. I'm really good at that. I was just talking to my really good friend about how I'm really good at having a deep conversation before I get to the like, hey, what's your name? Here's what my name is. Like, I know someone's like life aspirations and what they believe about space, the mind, and every the deep sea and all the deep stuff before I know their name. I'm really good at that. You're 32. Well, welcome to the superficial crap. Kinda. I'm really good at skipping right over superficial, like I guess superficial, the surface stuff. I'm always like, hey, how are you? Are you happy? Like, are you depressed? Like I jump right in. Justin, how was everybody's day? Somebody talk to me. I got a few. Oof, I do not have long. I probably got about 10 to 15 minutes left on here. Um, I'm trying to. I keep trying to go to sleep early, and then I just keep not going to sleep early. So I think that trend is not going to stop tonight. But that's okay. It is what it is. I do know that I'm gonna do a thing. Do you guys mind if I WW who's all in here still? Do you need me to lay down next to Justin, I don't think you want that. Just saying. It was a blah day. Were you on hormones for 8 years? Probably about 6 of those years, yes, I was. Between 5.5 and 6 years. What was a blah day about it? Like, I mean, I understand that. Like, I had, so I go to work early. I work 6 to 3, and work is very. I'm lucky because my job right now, my boss is like, he just tells me what to do, and I go do it, and I know what I'm doing for the most part. I'm still learning a little bit based on where I'm at, but like, he doesn't really, unless I mess up, he doesn't really need to talk to me or anything. So he just let me go about my business as long as there's no issue. So that's cool, but it does kind of feel, I guess you can call it blah. Hang on one sec. I gotta do a thing here. I'm gonna bag ready. That's cool. Just got a lot of depressing things going on. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, listen, if you want to talk about anything, please feel free to. Um, if you ever want someone to just be an ear, whether it's a message or a phone call or anything like that, um, I'm I'm not really super big on phone calls, but like sometimes people need someone to listen. If you ever want to, feel free to find me on Facebook or TikTok or I guess you can't really message on here, but if you ever want to, um, just look for official Gilmore 22. That's where I am. That's what my name is on just about everything. Um, Lucas Lee Gilmore is my name. It feels good to let it out. It really, sometimes it does. And, you know, gay. No. Yeah, no, and if you want to share here, if you're willing to, I'm up for, you know, we can talk. One thing that I like to put out here, like the people keep saying and have said it in here that, you know, I have a good vibe here. Can I ask a question? You can absolutely ask a question. And not to offend. Yeah. Can I call you Bud? Is that okay? Bud, you can ask any questions. Just understand that if it's too personal or if it's something I can't answer for, you know, like, I'll answer as much as I'm able to. There's very few questions I really just won't answer. So, is something wrong with being just gay versus a... Is there something wrong with being just gay versus a trans person? No, there's nothing wrong with being gay. Some people, like, my whole thing, my whole life was never about sexuality. It was never about who I wanted to sleep with or be with. So it was about comfort for me. I've always felt more comfortable living the feminine life, and then what are your pronouns? I am not picky. Some people still call me she and her, but I just recently made a decision to change my mind. I'm not going to go through with a transition. I'm going to live as I was born. So if you call me he, I won't, you know, that's what I'm going to go by. And that's what I'm kind of learning how to go back to. I can kind of understand. Personally, I didn't start to transition because I was gay and I didn't want to live as a guy. That wasn't what the case was. So I think gay people are amazing. I just hope nobody is hating. Yeah, no, I have nothing. My whole thing, as far as like, these people are good, these people are bad, I judge everyone based on how they act. I am never going to judge you based on how your parents or your friends or, you know, how all men or all women act. I'm never going to judge you on anything other than you. If you come in here and you talk to me and you have respect, guess what? I'm going to tell people that you're respectful and that you deserve respect. But if you come in here and you use, you know, language that you know bothers people and you come in here and make fun of people or insult people, like, I'm going to say what you are. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good practice to, you know, let people live their lives. So that's, yeah, that's a solid rule or solid way to think, not a rule, but yeah, I'm with you on that. Everyone walks in different shoes. Absolutely true. You know, and what the way I'm looking at it, like, forget about what, you know, what's going to offend people, what's going to whatever. Look at it this way. Like, what motivates you? Like, I'm actually asking you the question right now, if you don't mind. And if you don't want to answer, don't. But like, the I'm trying to get at something. So, what motivates you the most? And anyone who is listening, feel free to answer if you want to. What is the most driving force to you personally? I can tell you what the most driving force to me is: making people happy. 92, born in, is that ID? Is that Idaho? That's what I love to do. That's awesome. That's awesome. And that's, like, I try to focus on that more than how can I not offend people, or how can I, you know, what shouldn't I do? I think focusing on, like, if I know that what motivates you is helping people, making people happy, like, some people love, like, I personally love to make people laugh. There's certain people throughout my life that it made my whole day if if I made them laugh. What's up? How you doing? Welcome in, friend. Um, Personally, love drives me. Love can change me from a person who's lazy and doesn't care and doesn't want to get up and doesn't want to work to, do you still have those titles? I don't know what you're talking about. Um, Love, like true love, like love. Um, Better than yesterday. So I just stopped joking with new people who don't understand me so that I'm not offensive. Yeah, it's definitely a good idea. I'm not saying it's a good idea to stop joking, but learn who you can joke in certain ways with. I think some people like to criticize and not realize what they're doing. Doesn't make it right on them, though. Words do hurt. Yeah, I mean, I'm personally a big fan of considering other people, you know? But at the same time, I think we should all, instead of saying, like, how do we not offend other people? How do we, yes, I have watched Dave Chappelle. He's hilarious. Instead of saying, like, how can we not offend people, or how can we, you know, um, how can we not hurt people? Instead, say what motivates people and how can we help that? You know what I mean? Not hateful. You know what? It's a whole, like, it's such a confusing situation. So I understand what you're saying, but, like, back then we weren't hateful. We just laughed at everything and all. But the truth is that there was a lot of hate going on then too. And I don't know if you're talking about 80s or 90s or before or after or whatever, but everything has its good and its bad. Now it's a lot easier in some ways, but it's a lot harder in some ways. Back then, it was a lot harder in some ways, but it was a lot easier in some ways. There's always good and bad. I feel like it all went south, and now that show would be prohibited, maybe. Okay. Yeah, and that's what I was kind of getting at. Like, there was bullying was so much more real, like physical, and threatening in like the 80s and 90s. Um, but that doesn't mean that it's less scary now. Exactly. I wasn't saying you're rude. Oh, yeah, no, I didn't take it that way at all, Sherry. I totally understand what you're saying, and I think that it's a good thing. Like, personally, I try my hardest to think about how, if I were to say, if let's say I know that a certain word offends you, I want to be responsible for making sure that I not only don't say that word, but find better ways to explain it, or a better way to describe what I'm trying to say without using that word. But at the same time, you know, maybe I can, if I don't think that word's offensive, maybe I can become friends enough with you to one day have the conversation of why do you feel that way, and maybe I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of give and take that we can all do that would go a very long way. I gave her my good stuff. Hmm. Man, being compassionate matters. Very, very, very true. What were you saying? The day when wood was wood, silver gold was gold, sweet home was home. I love it. I started reading your comment, Sean, and I was like, man, that sounds so familiar. And then it just started flowing in my mind. I'm with you. Oh, I love that song. That is one of my favorite songs. When father bought the farm, we sold the farms, thick as blood through rustic charm. Sold his ghost as an antique to the city. Can we see those feet? You got to pay money for that. Justin, I don't know if you're like, you're actually, if you're just making jokes or you're just saying stuff, but look, money, money, money. I'm dirt poor. Take me back to the days. I thought so. I thought you were a joke. I got you, Justin. You're funny. All right. Oh man, I really should go to sleep. If you guys can, that was funny. Nice, good. I'm glad. I am going to start setting up to get to bed, but I'm still gonna be on for another like short time. But go Ren Fair. I got this at the Ren Fair the other day. I don't know if you could tell. Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair. Sherry, I hope that you have a better day tomorrow. You know, I'm really good at having blah or bad days, and I'm just, okay. So the reason that I keep like kind of stuttering at certain times is because there's some things that I want to say, I want to share, but it's not time yet. So I'm trying to like make sure that I don't say the wrong things because I don't want to jinx anything. But let's just say I have motivation to have the best days ever. And I hope someday to only have best days. And there's a very, very amazing, incredible reason why that would make that true. When you hear that song, well, at least for me, it takes me back to like 12 to 17 when the world was a happier time. Okay. Oh crap, wrong way. Love that song. Sean, I was a little bit older back at that time. So you got me beat by a little bit there, but oh my gosh, okay. Whoever's in here, actually, no, I got a few more minutes. I got a very short time to go. So I'm gonna set myself up here. Rest in peace, look at this. How cool is that? My friend made this. Okay. Am I the only one that still has my fan on every night? I am a leader, but you will not follow me. I ain't no preacher, for I'm full of blasphemies. See you in hell, boys. I love that song, too. There we go. I have my... You have your AC... Wait, where are you from? You're from, like, the West Coast, right? That makes sense. I'm in Pennsylvania. It it snowed yesterday. And I still have my fan on. You use your fan every night. Nice. Okay, so Northwest. Okay, I don't know exactly where you're from, and I don't really, I'm not, um, I'm not knowledgeable on what the climate is, but is it an area where it doesn't really snow or get cold, and that's why you still have your air on, or do you have your air on even though it's cold? Like I have the fan on, and I hate when I whatever. I have the fan. It's actually not cold tonight. It's wet. It's rainy, but it's not cold. I'm in a bowl, but it's cold AF. Sherry, do you mind if I ask you a question? Is that okay? Can you tell me a little, anything about yourself? I'm just curious. Like to get to know people. But I like my room cold. I'm a big fan of having the room um, fairly cold. It doesn't have to be freezing cold or anything. I mean, for me personally, um, so tell me a little about yourself. Are you married? Are you like what do you like to do? Do you have any passions? Curious. I like to get to know you. Um, do you have a career? Do you have any kids? I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Two sons and divorced. Okay. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I was born in 1982 in Philadelphia. I spent most of my life barely surviving, whether it was because of abusive situations at home, or just you play the piano. Ooh. Oh, that's awesome. I haven't had lessons yet because it's a whole long story, but I have a violin that I really want to learn. Um a couple of years ago. So I've been essentially barely surviving. I've had goods and bads and been in different situations and all. But a few years ago, on TikTok, I think it was 2019, I um I saw this little girl who shaved her head because she had cancer, and then people started duetting that, and people started commenting, and their account started growing and growing, and then suddenly this little girl was going, the family with the little girl was going live a lot, and talking about her diagnosis, talking about she had what's called ATRT, which is brain cancer. And then, a year and a half went by, and at the end of that, the little girl passed away. Her name is Jocelyn. I want to get into playing the pandrum. I don't know what the pandrum is. Yeah, I love the violin. Violin is by far my favorite instrument. I love classical music. I love when, like, I'm a big fan of like grunge and rock music, and I love when they infuse classical music into, current like rocks, like Green Day, bringing violins in their music and kind of having classical added. Yeah, so the family and of course the little girl Jocelyn, who I've been a fan of since I first heard about them. When you get the time, look them up. Okay. Um, I got super inspired to want to help families, and I want to be an advocate for childhood cancer. I want to raise awareness and talk about it. I just got this the other day. Um, this bracelet right here, that the yellow one. The nonprofit is called Forever in a Moment, and my friend's son Zeke had cancer, and because he's doing much better now, he's not. The kids will never be completely healed from the effects of the chemo and from the cancer and from so much. They'll be he'll be affected forever, but he's doing so much to help other families and other kids and trying to raise awareness and doing really cool things. And there's so many other families and so many other kids and so many other nonprofits who are trying to hi. There's so many others that are trying to help raise awareness and trying to do good things for families and for, yeah, I thank God a lot for that. Have you heard of Imminence? The guy who plays violin, but it's a little bit of everything. I haven't. I'm actually going to take a screenshot. I just took a screenshot of your comment. I'm going to look it up. I appreciate that. I've been a big fan of Lindsey Sterling for a very long time. And if you know who that is, which I mean, if you know anything about violin, you know, like everyone I think knows Lindsey Sterling. She is such an incredible violinist. You did the same thing. Oh, it's 11:29. Okay. She's awesome. She really is. Check out Days and Days. Okay. I will. As much as I don't want to get off, I have to. But tomorrow's Tuesday night, so I'm not exactly sure 100% exactly when, but I'll be live, even if it's just for a little bit tomorrow. Maybe I'll go live when I'm downstairs. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see. But at some point tomorrow night, I'll be live. If, the instruments they play are super sick. Nice. Days and Days. Got it. Okay. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, everyone who is here, who's been, talking and hanging out. I hope to hear from you guys again. It's 8:30. It is 11:30 here. I will catch everybody most likely tomorrow, so come hang out. And please subscribe if you haven't. I would appreciate that a lot. I'm trying to build this account up. So I hope to hear from you again. Okay, I'll see you later.